Right, we're on day 10 today. Me being stuck upstairs. Just sat by the stairlift now, which was supposedly fixed yesterday. I did finally find a fault once I took it all apart. But we do still have, see there's a crack there. I haven't replaced that casing, although it was all coming apart, and I have actually kind of, I don't know, I suppose just pushed it back together. It didn't really give me a reason as to why that had cracked. You know, I said about how I'd take it downstairs just with the remote control, trying to get video evidence of it messing up. And there just been, after the hinge, there'd just been a cracking noise, and then the plastic looked like it was sort of buckling up, which I know you couldn't see as well on the video actually as I could see it, because it was quite dark at the bottom of the stairs. Right, I have the remote control. Just figure out how I'm going to do this. Right, get that. Still have my arm in the sling, of course, so still have to be careful. I can start moving my arm a bit now, taking out the sling a bit, but I still have to be very careful with it. So I don't want to do it whilst I'm concentrating on something else. So far my shoulder hasn't dislocated, which is a good sign, but not, it doesn't mean that my shoulder definitely isn't damaged from the stairlift suddenly stopping before, which was way back on the 26th of January, I believe, 10 days ago. Right, I'm going to take the stairlift down the stairs with the remote control and back up and see what happens. Oh, that would actually be my fault, I was pressing the wrong button there. I'm still half asleep here, so it's working so far. But obviously, with the problem it had, and possibly doesn't have anymore, after they've supposedly sorted the problem out, it could work absolutely fine for quite some time. Oh, look at that, it stopped there. It's it's not meant to stop at that hinge part, but it's still doing that. So much for it being fixed, eh? The only thing being that could be something to do with me using the remote control to get it up and down, rather than actually being on it and using the joystick. Oh, it stopped there, and there's no excuse for that. It's stopping and starting now. I still have my thumb on the button here. You can see by my nail that that's quite pressed down. So it's not that I'm not holding the button down properly. So it is a very good job that I did not trust them when they said it was fixed. Because, well, as you can see, it's just going a few inches, stopping again. Now, the customer services manager suggested that I use this stairlift as it is for 4 weeks, and if it's working fine in all that time, then they consider it fixed. As you can see, I am extremely glad that I did not use it, because my shoulder, well, I'd be very surprised if it survived all that. Right, it's completely stopped now. I'll try again. I took my thumb off the button then when it stopped because it wasn't going any further. See, I'm trying to get proof that I'm actually holding that button down, because there has been suggestion that I'm not using the control properly several times. Pretty much every time they come, they kind of try to say, maybe you're not using the joystick properly, maybe you should use the hand controls. And then when I say it does it with those as well, well, maybe you're not using those properly. Right, it's stopped again. It must actually be on a charge point there, so it does seem happy there, but it will sort of be in the way of everyone there. My mum's bringing food up for me and things, so I'll see if I can get it up to the top. Right. Stopped again. It's working again now. But it would already, if I'd been on it, I would be very surprised if it hadn't caused permanent damage to my shoulder with all that stopping and starting. So let's see whether this, I didn't see this plastic catching anymore at all, but just see, no, it doesn't look any different, so I don't think, I wouldn't have thought that it could be that, because surely it would only be that if it was actually catching, but I never really explained what it had caught on. So why did it suddenly crack at some point, you know, past the hinge, and there's nothing there for it to catch on. Right, I'm going to turn that off for now. Take the power off on it. Right. So, more evidence that actually, when the stairlift has supposedly been fixed, it actually hasn't been. Which is why I said I wanted a used stairlift in, and you know, I didn't trust this one. The people yesterday were trying to reassure me that this one was like a new stairlift now. Well, if that's the case, all those stairlifts are pretty rubbish, so we have a problem. Right, I'm going to go and upload this to YouTube now, and investigate what stairlifts are good, because I don't want another one of these. So again, thank you very much everyone for all the support. Just going to crawl back to my bedroom now.